Morning, morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Boom, big news, big news. What happens next after the US House and Senate vote to release the Epstein Files? Dun, dun, dun. Well, it'll be a shit show, to be honest. People go with the cards will fall, many cards will fall. I mean, I debate whether this is going to happen, to be honest. I absolutely debate whether we're going to get all of the files unredacted, every single one of them. Again, I mentioned this in previous video. If these things exist and you're in them, surely you would have deleted them. Who's got them? Who's got them that hasn't released them now? We're like, I was going to make a video yesterday, just like this is the state of affairs. We're like, well, how many years down the line here? And we're still debating about these files. Like, why haven't they been released? Why? What is the reason? Why haven't they been released? And the answer is because people are protecting themselves, to be honest. People are protecting themselves or protecting other people. That's ultimately the truth here. It's the only reason why these haven't been released. So, again, it's been a long drawn out affair. Why are we going to get the real, unredacted, 100% truth now? When we live in a world of lies is the other side of it. Something will be. I mean, it was all the Trump crack where we were going to get them, and then they released a load of binders to people, and they were all redacted stuff. So I've very little faith, and then that's partly due to I believe that the majority of people involved in this paedophile ring are very, very high profile. You're talking not just celebrities and politicians, but judges, police, fuck knows. There's like it'll go very high. Billionaires royalty was named with the woman who was with Prince Andrew. So again, there's very, very high profile people in this. Again, that protecting themselves. Look what's happened to Prince Andrew in the aftermath as well. We're getting stripped of all his titles and everything. So people fall when this comes out. So it's no surprise to me that people are protecting themselves because that's what these people do, and as if they're not going to protect themselves. And look what's happened to Andrew. So there's no way that these people want to be outed as being involved in a paedophile sex trafficking ring, the abuse of young girls. That you know what I mean. But at the same time, don't do the deed if you're not willing to face the crime or face the judgment if you want. Do you know what I mean? Don't do the deed. There's a lesson to live by. So again, with some of them though, again, I do maintain a lot of people get like drunk or drugged and get put with young girls and filmed and they blackmail them, and that's how they keep control of a lot of people. So in some cases, it's maybe not 100% their fault. Again, they drink and drug people, and once you're drunk and passed out, they can strip you naked, put you in a bed with a young girl, and take a photo, and you know what I mean? Like this is the literally. It's maybe even in like an episode of Black Mirror, possibly. Um, One of the early episodes. So again, this is all possible when you've got lots of power and you've got lots of people work for you and you have access to fucking loads of shit. You know what I mean? But not even then. You could just drug people and get them with young girls. They don't know how old they are. Again, like 17s, illegal in England but illegal in America, and photograph them with the girls and just use that as blackmail to keep people under control. And I truly believe that goes on. And that's what's. It's not all people. Not everybody will be 100% game for doing it. There will be drugged and drunk and thinged into it. There will be people who are game for it, like Prince Andrew, probably. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think everybody will have been. But they have to keep a measure of control of all these people in the public eye, and with a lot of them that won't play a ball, then you'll be tricked into it in many ways, or you're just clever enough to keep your fucking mouth shut with a lot of celebrities that don't get involved in this side of things. Like we hear about the Puff Daddy parties, etc. And not everybody goes as celebrities, but they're just clever enough to know what goes on and keep your fucking mouth shut because it goes on. So I'm very little faith in this happening. Really happening to the extent of the full files and everybody that's involved here, but we'll see what we get. Let's have a listen to this.
This was the moment America put aside its rancorous politics and aligned with the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein.
On this vote, the yeas are 427, the nays are 1.
Only one.
I mean, who's the one? Do you know what I mean? Who's that one?
One congressman voted against, Clay Higgins from Louisiana.
This guy. So are you in the files, Clay? Is that a crack here? Let's wait and see if Clay comes out.
Saying the bill would endanger witnesses.
Would endanger witnesses. The witnesses are the ones who come out and want the files, you dick. Like, they fucking made a video. I've seen the video. They made a video wanting them released, and they want justice. They want justice of all these. Again, it probably will put them in danger because you're dealing with very, very high-profile people here, to be honest. But still, there's what? Then just do nothing. When everybody clearly knows this is going on at this point. Do you know what I mean? Like, bring light to the darkness. But again, because of the times we're in here in the world, I don't believe there's any light coming to this darkness. We will be fucked over in some way, shape or form here.
Choose the children. Protect the children.
Earlier, the women who'd stood up and spoken out in vain for years reminded the world of just how vulnerable they were when they met Jeffrey Epstein.
This was me at 14 years old.
At 17 years old.
I was 16. It's an honor to stand here again for something America is finally united on.
Among those gathered, Virginia Giuffre's brother, who bristled at the mere mention of his sister's alleged abuser.
Do you think it's time Prince Andrew came?
I mean, I'm very dubious to us whether she took her own life. I maybe need to look into that and the circumstances around it, because it's very suspicious. I know she's been through a lot of trauma that could possibly lead to a suicide, but at the same time, she was a very, very high-profile witness against a lot of very, very high-profile people, and the prospect of killing that woman for these people would be very high indeed. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a thing that they really like, that they've looked out that she's killed herself. So it makes me very suspicious as to whether she actually did kill herself, because you're dealing with people who will murder you. You know what I mean? Like, they can get you murdered. They maybe wouldn't murder you themselves, but they can get you murdered. And there's people exist in the world who, I mean, how many stabbings do we get on the streets of Britain every day? So somebody murdering somebody in 2025 doesn't seem to be a big thing anymore. Do you know what I mean? So let's not think, oh, that's far-fetched, because people are getting murdered every day, left, right and centre, for next to nothing, and sometimes for nothing. This woman was a very, very high-profile witness against some very, very high-profile people. So the chance that they would murder her is very high indeed.
To testify before.
I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Sorry, Andrew Mountbatten.
Oh, that one, okay, yeah.
Is it time for Andrew Mountbatten to testify here in the US?
I mean, I think that if he is trying to look for a moment of any sort of...
They say all that, and then Clintons, I've seen a thing where the Clintons aren't going to testify, and again, even if you got them in the courts, you do realise they swear on a Bible, which none of these people believe in, because they're all fucking Satanists. They'll all just lie. Why do you think that if we get these people in a courtroom, they're going to tell you the truth? They'll just lie. They're all capable of lying. Prince Andrew lied his way through an entire interview there and claimed he didn't sweat. These people will just lie. So getting these people in a courtroom doesn't mean any justice will be done here, because we can rig juries. These people will lie. It'll bring it to light more. It definitely should happen, but I just don't think anything big will come of it. I'm very dubious as to whether we'll get the unredacted complete files here, because there's very, very high-profile people involved. And again, I doubt whether this woman actually killed herself because of who she was and what she knew. She's very much a target, like one of the biggest targets in the world for all these people who are in this ring. So it's very suspicious. So I'm very dubious, but apparently we're getting the Epstein Files, but whether we get them, that'll be another question, so we'll wait and see. But that's the big news, we're getting the Epstein Files. I'll leave you there. Peace.